I am Rochelle Carey, and Katie Holmes apparently moved out the same day she filed for divorce from Tom Cruise. People magazine is reporting that Holmes was spotted with her 6-year-old daughter, Suri, moving bags out of their New York apartment Thursday. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, of course, tied the knot back in 2006, 7 months after Suri was born. So let's talk about this case with an expert, and my friend Randy Kessler joins me. He's a family law attorney. He's handled many high-profile divorces. Let's talk about, Randy, where she filed the papers, right? You think big Hollywood divorce, obviously that's out in California. Katie Holmes filed for divorce in New York. What might her strategy be?
Well, you know, there could be some deep, secret shenanigans we don't know about, or that could be where she lives and it's just most convenient to her. You really don't know. You know,
there's something going on. It's not a matter of convenience. Come on, Randy.
I'm sure it was well thought out. Her lawyers, Mike Mossberg and Jonathan Wolf, are excellent lawyers, strategists, but they're also excellent at getting things resolved. So maybe that's the best way to get Tom Cruise's attention, to say, I want it resolved. But who knows? They say you can seal records much easier in New York. They say that it's harder to get joint custody in New York. So there are a lot of strategies that might be in play, but really, they're going to resolve this out of court, we all hope. They have enough money to be fine. So the question is, where is it going to be final? Probably New York. She started first come, first serve, sort of the way it goes. If they're both in New York.
So is there any way he can dispute that? Can he try to prove, well, she doesn't actually have a legitimate residence there? Our residence is really California. Can he fight this?
Well, there are two long-winded theories that I'm not going to get into. But divorce is generally where you live. So if they all live in New York, it's their custody is where the kid has been. And if the child's been living in New York for 6 months or longer, custody issues have to be in New York. He could contest that, but it sounds like they're in New York long enough to make the jurisdictional basis. And if not, it will be shifted to California. Okay.
We do understand that they apparently have a prenup. So a lot of what you're saying may end up coming to fruition, that this will not be dealt with in public. However, they do have a child, so that means child support is going to have to be hammered out. Give me your take on that.
Well, as you're right. Child support can't be decided in a prenup because you can't decide ahead of time who's going to have custody and how much money the parties are going to earn 6 years down the road. So they'll have to hammer that out. But New York or California, those are both pretty good states if you're the recipient of child support. Either state will award high child support to the custodial parent. So either way, there's going to be plenty of child support. We heard about Halle Berry just getting hit for $20,000 a month. And those numbers are not going to be shocking in this case if there's $20,000 or $30,000 a month from the non-custodial parent, if that happens to be Tom Cruise or Katie Holmes.
You do this for a living. Don't you always want them to work it out without going to court?
Always. And presumably they've already tried some steps before they got this far. Something not only made her file, but made her say, I want sole custody. I mean, she asked for sole custody saying, I want to make all the decisions. Not, we'll get along, we'll work it out, but I want sole custody. Now let's work it out. So there's something going on that makes her feel like she's got to go a little bit further than just shake hands and walk away.
Okay. Randy Kessler, thank you so much for your take. We're going to have much more on this on Showbiz Tonight.